So the final Giants Live of 2024. So we had the 2024 Giants Live World Tour Finals in Glasgow, Scotland. And before we actually get into the show, you have to give an apology.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And who is that to?
Chad Coy.
Yeah. And why is that, B? You might have made a little mistake in the last video.
I did. It was an honest mistake. I didn't know. I actually didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't. Apparently, Chad Coy is a long time coach of Trey Mitchell.
The big ticket.
Yes. I didn't know that. I found out about it
very funny.
A couple of weeks ago.
Very funny.
Very funny. A couple of weeks ago, actually. Because Chad Coy sent me a message saying that that he's a kind of, I guess, a coach of Trey's and how they approach every single competition differently, how they try to manage his weight.
Actually, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so it was kind of a fun DM. So I presumed that he's just a recent coach of his, and it wasn't.
Do you know anything? I don't.
Yeah, so we kind of knew the same stuff.
Yeah.
I guess.
Look, it's probably an honest mistake.
Chad, my bad.
Yeah. Talking about Trey Mitchell, had an incredible show. Like, we'll see as you obviously go through the events and where he finished, obviously second on the podium for those who haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Trey looks probably better than he's ever looked. I would personally say. I think he looks the biggest. He looks, how would you say, the most intense, I suppose.
Yes, and he looks that he's ready for Rogue Invitational.
Which, come on, Rogue.
Yes.
When you have, like, the guy who's competing in Rogue finished 9th.
Yes.
Yes. It's very... I'm not going to say strange, but I think it kind of shows what everyone was thinking, that, like...
Yeah.
Trey Mitchell needs to be at Rogue Invitation. It's clear as day now after the show.
Now, at this point, it's you can see he's undeniably one of the best strongmen in the world. Like, you know, so the best being... Everybody probably agrees with us. Mitch Hooper
has to be. It's like, you know, this show shows it again.
Tom is the current world's strongest man, but when it comes to the rest of the season, Mitch Hooper is just on fire. You know, so Trey Mitchell is up there. We know that Thor is going to Rogue Invitational. So, and
but when you say consistently, like every single show.
So when it comes to again like Kordiaka, he didn't really performed.
No, it is. It's hard to put him into, say, the biggest paying show over this kind of guy that deserves, realistically, he deserves to be there.
I think that's the only issue in general.
Just nothing against Pavlo.
Yes,
honestly, it's nothing against Pavlo.
Ideally, would want to have the best strongman competing, and then it shouldn't be politicized or any favoritism or anything like that. You should invite the best guys, and Trey Mitchell is one of the best at the moment, hands down.
So getting into the show itself, like always when it comes to Giants Live, we have 5 events. Now, very, very good 5 events, I will say. I actually very enjoyed watching the show. Like, some of the Giants Lives, I'm not going to lie, some of the events kind of get a bit stale after a while. Okay. But I think to wrap up 2024, I think they probably picked a very good lineup, say, suited to the events, and 5 good events. Very first event, the Dumbbell ladder, 80 to 120 kilos. 5 very odd shaped dumbbells. I say, like, they're kind of like a circus dumbbell mixed with a monster dumbbell.
Yes, something in
like
between.
Like a hybrid. Like, I could see some of the athletes who were saying that trying to rest it on their shoulder was, you know, like, because you don't have a flat platform to lay it against. So it looked very weird shaped, and I can imagine that they're obviously, I'd say, they're brand new implements to Giant Slave, because when you dropped them, you had to drop them on the mat and they had to stay on the mat, because if they rolled off the mat onto the ground, the rep didn't count. Okay. And you see some of the people, obviously, some of the athletes
probably damaging the arena or something like that. Yeah.
Well, it's probably damaging the implements. They look very, like, new. They're very fresh.
Yeah, but like, implements is one thing, but I think the arena, that's
it's
where
more important. Yeah. But you can see sometimes when they drop the dumbbells that, like, it doesn't count if it rolls off the mat, so you have to go back. I think Trey Mitchell had to go back and roll back his one. Look, it is what it is. Okay. However, 80 to 120, 5 very, say, good weights for the dumbbells, and very quick time when you actually see, obviously, some of the finishing times. So Mitchell Hooper, obviously, took the event win. As you're going to see throughout the video, it's going to be Mitchell Hooper.
Mitchell theme. Yeah, that's the words.
One person that did very well in this though was Roman Grekov. Yeah, so Ukrainian
kind of
debut.
Expected.
Oh my God! Like, no,
technically perfect.
Technically perfect. but very surprised that Pavlo Kordiaka didn't do very well, because like as we know, like Ukrainians just seem to be unbelievable when it comes to the dumbbell press. It's just something that they all seem to be good at. Now, Roman Grekov really showed off. So I thought from the very first event that he was going to show very well. But obviously Mitchell Hooper, whenever he has a chance, he's going to try take the event win.
Yeah.
When it came to the first event, we had Jacko Schoenwinkel, the South African farmer. He came in, did 2 dumbbells. He didn't look the most comfortable, but look, afterwards he obviously had to pull out the event. He didn't compete in the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a shame. But
yeah, it's crazy to travel such a long distance and then just
after one event.
Yeah, and you got like flying out, like flying in from South Africa is like it's something else. You know, it's a long flight. I did it before, and it's in my first World's Strongest Man competition, and it's not fun at all. And then when you go in and you get injured and you have to fly back with kind of empty-handed, it's not great.
Then into the second event, we had the medley. Now, when it comes to the medley, we were afraid of one athlete doing very poor in this event, and it seemed to be the case. It's just not very poor, but it's one of his weaker events, and it's Trey Mitchell. So Trey, when it came to the farmers, obviously big farmers, thick handles, it didn't really seem to favour him. But when it came to the super yoke, obviously a bit more comfortable.
It was better,
but like Trey, when it comes to grip events or grip oriented events, it's not.
Yeah, it's again like even Chad Coy again reconfirmed that after that car accident, his grip is not the same, and they're trying to improve that, and they are, but it's only small improvements at this point, you know. So hopefully they can I don't know, they can work on it a little bit more, and it will probably take even more time. He's still relatively young, so hopefully in upcoming years he'll get better, so he doesn't lose too many points. Again,
like I was saying, another repetition. Mitchell Hooper taking the event win. Come on, super yoke.
We kind of knew.
Yeah, like 22 seconds. Like, so basically 10 seconds per run.
Yeah, either way, yeah.
So, oh my God.
That's insane.
He's an animal when it comes to moving events like that. Evans Nana then came in second place. Very athletic. Very, very quick on the changeovers between the super yoke and the medley as well, which I was very impressed with. So, again, taking second place. And then Luke Stoltman taking third in the event, which...
Luke kind of looked pretty good, I have to say, you know.
I think he knew that he had to perform.
Yeah, in his home crowd, and so we kind of underestimated him, and he did pretty well in this competition.
So on to the deadlift then, and again we had Mitchell Hooper taking the event win. Mitchell, when it comes to the deadlifts, it seems to be just a walk in the park, like every event with him. So there was a lot of athletes finished on 5 reps, and Mitchell did 6 very quick reps, and then kind of just waited and held on the bar just to see did he have to do more than six reps. But look, he didn't. Again, Luke Richardson, he's very happy himself, as you can see afterwards, because I think it was 8 months or a year after tearing the hamstring straight off the pelvis, he's still able to do 5 reps at 360. So he's incredibly happy.
Yeah, and he finished the joint points with Trey Mitchell, which is it, and that's second competition in a row he's doing really well. So, and I think we're gonna see less of that. Like, will it happen? Will it not happen when it comes to injuries? And he's suddenly becoming the person that everybody expected him to be. Yeah.
The future now is like
it's kind of like it's happening, and if he stays like that, he can do pretty well in next year's World's Strongest Man competition.
It's crazy to think that first place is obviously Mitchell Hooper, and the guys that finished second on the podium, third on the podium, respectively, like 2 incredibly bad injuries for strongman, and they managed to finish on the podium.
They managed to come back
in less than a year.
Injuries, very impressive.
So on to the Hercules hold then. We had 2 special guests. I know we said in the predictions video we only had Mark Felix. I didn't realize that Iron Bibi was going to be competing. Now, from the looks of it, we had one of athletes like Roman Grekov didn't have a great start, and I think a lot of you, whoever was watching it, could see as well that Roman had to do the whole event on one leg. I think Terry Holland said it afterwards that he didn't take the whole weight. Well, he said himself, I think it was 90% of the weight realistically you should be taken, because there's still a bit of slack in the chains. So if your body is not ready for it, you're going to go one-sided.
Threw him off his balance.
Yeah, and Grekov seemed to be doing that. Now, look, he was the only person, unfortunately, he wasn't very happy, as you'd expect.
First competition, like on such a big international level, so it's these mistakes happen, you know. And probably he haven't done that event too many times, you know, so it's not really surprising. It's surprising that he was able to carry on and finish the event.
Mitchell Hooper, again, ended up taking the event win. Trey Mitchell, very surprisingly, finished in second. I think it was only Was it 4 seconds between them or something?
Yeah, that's weird. Like even Chad Coy was saying, like when it comes to Hercules hold, his grip is perfectly fine, but when it comes to carrying, like maybe statically he can hold even the I know these balls can what
the wrecking ball hold.
Wrecking ball holds, yeah. So his results are pretty good in this event, you know. And now Hercules hold is good. When the weight starts to move in your hands, I think that's what really
just
affects
opens up the grip.
Yeah.
And look, it can be the case because you see, like with a lot of athletes, they probably favor more static events, and then there's others that prefer the moving events because you have to have a bit of a pain tolerance. Like Mark Felix then went to go try see could he break the world record, and off it was 1 second. I think it was less than a second. He was off breaking the world record.
It was close enough.
So it's very close. Like again, it's hard to believe. I think he's 58 years old.
Yeah.
Still shredded to the bone. Like it's just. Like 58, like it's crazy to think that the longevity that he has, that he's still wanting to do it, and he said himself that he will break it again. Now it seemed, I think it was at 270 kilos. I think they were listed at 250 kilos, so it could have been heavier weights for the Hercules hold. Who knows? Iron Bibi finished. I think he did 100 and I think it was 115 seconds or 120 seconds or something he did. So
yeah, he has a very good grip. He did a bit of like collabs with Martin Litzes, I saw, and
Eddie Hall.
With Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall was a scary one.
Yeah,
we still don't know what happened.
We'll
to
talk
him.
about that in another video.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that was an interesting one to say the least. Yeah. So, but it seems like his grip, his fingers are big. Like I saw Martin Litzes comparing his hand to Iron Bibi's hand, and it seems like he has long fingers, and he's probably, if he focuses on grip records, he can
break them. Yeah,
he can break them.
So on to the Atlas Stones then to round out the competition, and we had the winner already at this stage, and that was Mitchell Hooper. Didn't need to do even one stone.
That's nuts.
That is absolutely crazy. Even afterwards, he was still 3.5 points clear after the winner was done. So like, it's Mitchell's world, and we're all living in it.
Yeah, I can't wait actually for Rogue Invitational to see can Thor do anything to him.
I don't think so. I think he is bulletproof at the moment.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that's terrible to say, but the only thing that's going to stop him is his injuries. Like if he gets an injury.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's going to hold him up.
Yeah. But we'll see. I just as much as I don't want him to be that dominant, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully
21 podiums in a row.
Yeah. Podiums is perfect, but like all these wins now that he's racking
he's going to run out of trophy space. He's going to have to build an extension.
He's crazy good at the moment.
So Mitchell Hooper didn't have to do one stone. In the end, we had Luke Stoneman taking the win. Like very impressive. Like Luke, I think throughout the whole competition showed that he's still up there.
Still has it. He still has it.
Years of age.
Yeah, he still has it. And on a better even day, he can still get to top 3 most likely. It seems like it, you know. And that small break actually helped him, and his biceps seems okay. If he was able to win the stones, maybe he healed up a good bit, you know. So does that qualify him for the world's strongest man? I don't think so.
No,
but it's possible that he will
could get an invite anyway.
Get invite anyway. So he's still good. He's still kind of going strong, and that injury, like I said, it seems like it's fine.
So to round out the competition then, we had Mitchell Hooper taking first place, Trey Mitchell and Luke Richardson sharing points, and Trey Mitchell obviously wins on the countback with events. I'm very surprised with Trey Mitchell that like he even finished second, because having such a poor medley, he still managed to only finish 3.5 points off Mitchell Hooper. So look, if he had done say much better in that event, I think it would have been a lot more pressure on Mitchell Hooper, a lot more than he was expecting. So it's a very, very bright future when it comes to Trey Mitchell. I still think he's probably up there at getting one major. Well, I know he's won Shaw Classic twice, but I mean, like, as in the World's Strongest Man, an Arnold Classic.
If he stays healthy, yes, possible. I think it's quite possible. Again, like the grip. If he can improve, if he can improve that even a little bit, he doesn't lose way too many points. He possibly, given good events, on a good day, he can become world's strongest man. Luke
Richardson, no, look, if Luke can stay healthy, I think that's his biggest thing at the moment. He can perform very well because he said himself, he has his place booked in World's Strongest Man now, so he's happy.
The same, it seems like if he even gets better and he avoids injuries for the next year, we always knew that Luke is potentially can be like a phenomenal strongman. And again, now he's qualified for the World's Strongest Man, and if he can improves even more, top 5,
who knows what could happen?
Very possible.
So that was the 2024 Giant Slave World Tour Finals. ending off the 2024 calendar for Giants Live. Very impressive show all around. Very impressive podium. Very, like, I was just enticed in the whole show. It's actually one of the first Giants Live in a long time that I actually watched it live continuously. So, look, let us know in the comment section down below what you thought. Did you watch the show live? Did you wait till afterwards? How was your predictions? And, like, what are you looking forward to?
Predictions weren't great.
No, they weren't great. No. We got Mitchell Hooper right.
No, Mitchell Hooper right.
I think everybody got Mitchell Hooper right.
Yeah. That's not a hard one.
No. Look, let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the show in general. Like always, if you made it far in the video, make sure to press the like button. Like I was saying, comment down below. We love reading the comments. Some of the comments lately have been just hilarious. Some of the DMs are hilarious. So look, please feel free to comment down below. Like always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to press the bell icon. It'll keep you up to date with everything that's Lalas Brothers. And we'll see you in a future video.
See you later, guys.